right into it to create add tracking. That is where we are adding our shipment. So we move into it now to add the shipment, add the tracking. So we just go right into it. Now don't forget where we are doing our shipment creation. It's right here. I think I should close this now. I can close this now. Still need this to be open. I need this to be open. Need this. I can close this. Right. Now let us jump right into it. So we need, just like we did for this, we need this context. So we need it. And also, since we are going to be making payments, we need the headers. Since we will be making payments, because don't forget, when the seller creates the shipment, they will need to make payment for the shipment. So we need them to make, we need this header library to make payments. So like we have been doing, we also copy this. We copy this. Let's just put it right here. So, but we are not sure what we are going to be needing. Let's just erase it so that we start from scratch. But what we need here is to interact with the contract. We need to interact with the contract. So that is what we need there. But I want us to put this on top. I want us to put it on top. Just to put it on top. So now let us, actually we have created most of the stuff we are going to be needing for our shipment creation, but let's just confirm that now what I want us to do now is, if you check this last address that we had, let us use this as the receiver or the buyer. Let us set this as this last address. Now, so if you check your MetaMask, this current one, let the current one be the seller. So 9B8F. Oh no, that's the current one. And we can make that current one to be the seller. Let's make that current one to be the seller. And then let me see another one that we added. 16 is seller. Let me just copy this to be the logistics provider. Logistics provider. And then the buyer or the receiver. Or the person we can call the receiver should be the next account. So that can get the address if that's one. Alright, so now let's just check if we're getting the right data. So I'll just copy this receiver, switch back to the buyer, the seller. So just see if, don't forget I'm console logging it. Like once I console log it, I'll just check again if we are still on the same page. It's implementation. Let me just set that today. Distance is 10. The price is 5. Create shipment. Let me see if I'm getting the values. Yeah, the shipment created. I'm getting the address. I'm getting the price. I'm getting the pickup date. I'm getting the distance. Yeah, I think we are still on the same page with the implementation. I can leave this open or I can just close it. Then we can now go ahead to write our implementation. So Once we are here, you can delete this console log. Done each. So the first thing we want to check is if we have a contract deployed at all, because that's what we need for this. With this, will just actually be interacting with our smart contract. So we just want to tell the user to connect their wallets. Connect your wallets, please, because it means that we can't tell them that the contract is not deployed because they are not technical people. So, but we just also need to just tell them something is wrong, so they will know it's not working according to how it should work. But all things being equal, there will not be any problem like that. So try cash to now go ahead to create our shipments. So let's call a transaction. Let's call that transaction awaits the contract. We want to call a function. The function you want to call is the function that allows you to create shipments. Where's that function? This is it. Create delivery. Here you go. Now you need some parameters. I should define this as a synchronous function. You need some parameters. You need the receiver, updates, and also the distance. So just comment this. No, put it. No comment. So if you put it in this same order, then Solidity will put it together for you like that. Just that it has to be in the same order, and it must not be more than that. Like if you are expecting 3 parameters and you pass 2, it will be a challenge. If you are expecting 3 and you pass 4, to be but if you do 3 and you put it in the same order, then Solidity will treat it exactly the way you want it to do it. So shipment, the first thing should be what? According to how we arrange it, receiver. So the shipment, the first thing should be the receiver. Then the next thing should be the pickup dates. Let's see, pickup dates. Then the next thing should be the distance. The distance. So having done that, so we are calling this function, passing it in the parameters, so it will execute all these, and don't forget we have to pass a particular price to it too. So now let's undo the aspect of the price. The aspect of the price is that you have to now have an extra parameters to say I'm passing a value with these particular functions with the help of ethers. So we are facing it to convert it to ether, and what we are facing to convert to ether is the price specified by the seller. So it's just us converting the string to the value that ether will understand or Ethereum will understand. So having done that, we can just await transaction wait. So this is just us waiting for the transaction to be mined, to be added to the blockchain. So once that has been done, then we just tell the user to say yes, shipment has been created shipment has been successfully created. Shipment has been successfully created. Then you can then go ahead to reset our input values, and also we can reload the windows because we are going to be making the user to see the value. Like, there's a table that is displaying the value, so we want the user to be able to see the value immediately. So we need to reload it so that it fetch it again. Otherwise, if there's an error, of course it happens once in a while. Let's log the error to see what was wrong, and then we tell the user, sorry, failed to create shipments. You need to tell the user so that they will know something was wrong, if they should try again or if they should. But they will not put their mind to the fact that, oh, I've already put the information on the blockchain. They need to be aware. So don't forget, once we click on this button, create shipment, this action will be performed. This action will be performed. Let's see if we are able to interact with our blockchain directly from the front-end application. Let's try this now. This is the seller. We have actually saved the person that wants to be the receiver. Extensive. This is the receiver. The delivery date should be today. The distance, let's do yesterday's delivery dates. The distance should be, let's say, 24 kilometers. That's why we are paying 3 each. So we create shipments. You can see the transaction Damas is asking us to validate. And you can see that we need to pay this amount, 3 each, and also some gas fee. It's fine, we are good. Then let's see the alerts that we are going to be receiving. Yeah, so that was actually successful. But I think there was an alert to tell the user. So this alert should come after the window is reloaded. Let's make it come after the window is reloaded. It should be an alert for the user to see. Now let's do it again. Now, I need to get the address again. Let's just use the same receiver. Let's make it to be today now. The distance should be 10. The price should be 5 this time around. Now, if you see your Ganachi, you can see we have paid 3 each. This is the address we are using to be the seller. He has paid 3 each and the balance has reduced. If you check the transaction, you see contract call. This is what we use. Like by the time we call this again, you see that we actually now we are paying 5. So we should be the balance should be 92 after this time around. After this time, so we confirm. You can see shipments successfully. I think I did not reload. Yeah, at least the alert was up that the shipment was successfully created. That's the beauty of using a nice alert system. But for now, let's still manage the inbuilt JavaScript alert system. At least we were able to see it before it's reload now. Now if you check the Kanache again, you see that now we have another contract call. And also the account now is now 90, almost 92 because it also pay gas fee. So we are able to interact with our local Kanache blockchain server directly from our front-end application, linking up with our smart contracts. Now you can see that this table is still some constant values. We are not getting real-time value from the smart contracts. So let's try to work on that so that we get values from the smart contracts. So that once the user had a delivery, then they'll be able to see the details listed here in the table.